start talking about physicality and need to be more physical. What is practice usually like that following week when he's kind of in that mindset of the team needs to be a more physical unit?
I just feel like when he says things like that, we just need to focus on fundamentals and technique, just getting back to work, doing what we know what to do best, which is striking blockers, and like playing our defense and playing Georgia football.
Did you feel like y'all did enough of that this past weekend?
I feel like, we did play it at times, but overall we didn't play it enough, and I feel like we just need to get back to what we're used to, and it was just like an off day for us, I feel like.
How would you assess the play of the defensive line so far this year?
I think we played pretty solid so far. I just feel like we could be better. There's always room for improvement.
When you say an off day, what leads to an off day sometimes like that?
It's just lack of focus, just not doing what we're coached to do, and just basically, how can I say it? Just not doing what you like know to do.
DeAndre Walker said a couple of times after the game that no team should run the ball for a touchdown in on you guys. That's pretty much. Is that
I definitely agree with what he said. That's the standard, and we didn't meet the standard that day.
And Jonathan's talked multiple times about how y'all set a goal before the game, about how many yards y'all want to hold people to. Did y'all meet that against Missouri, and was there kind of a frustration amongst you guys? I know those goals are pretty lofty.
I honestly don't know because we didn't. I'm pretty sure we didn't, considering how the game went. But I feel like we'll know that after the meeting today, and we do that every week.
Coach Smart said that it's a mindset for you guys to instill in practice. That's what stopping the run comes down to.
Right.
Is that on the players, or do you see your coaches trying to instill that in you as well in practice?
I feel like that's on the players. The coaches could tell us, but we're actually the ones out there doing it. So yes, it's a mindset. We got to actually go out there and do it and execute our jobs.
When you look at your career personally, you're up here representing the school and such. How would you say it's come? Has it come like you thought? Did you feel like did you have to be patient and wait your turn a little bit more than you thought?
I feel like everything happens for a reason, and everything was probably a road bump, and I learn from it, and that makes me the person I am now. So I feel like like I said, everything happens for a reason. So I'm just glad to be here and just represent my school and all that.
What was your personal road bump? Because everybody comes in here the star of their high school team.
Right.
What is the toughest thing for you?
Just injuries. Just staying out of injuries and then getting in rotation, because when I started getting rotation, something would come up as far as an injury. So just staying injury free, I think, has been a good point for me going off this year.
What's the danger if a team's getting 5 yards running the ball on first down? How much does that kind of put a defense behind the 8 ball if they're getting 4, 5, 6 yards on first down on the ground?
Things are going to happen. I feel like you just can't happen or just let it accumulate over time. So I feel like once we just eliminate that, everything's not going to be perfect. So once you just stop that, I think we'll be fine.
Is it different though for a defense when it's 2nd and 10 versus 2nd and 5 as far as how you're rushing the passer versus maybe having to play both the run and the pass?
It's definitely a difference because there may be a more run-heavy team or a more pass-heavy team. So depending on the team we play that week and how we have to adjust our mindsets going into that down the distance.
Michael, what's the state of Georgia's run defense? How do you guys think you are faring that way through 4 games?
I think we're doing pretty good. I just think we just need to get better, just work on the fundamentals and technique.
You mentioned last week and how you weren't happy with it. How happy are you to get a chance like Tennessee, which historically loves to run the football, so you get a chance right away to kind of prove that what happened last Saturday was not the norm?
We just got to get back to the basics. They're a good team, and I feel like they're going to try to run the ball, and it's our job to stop them. So I feel like we're going to do just as fine, like how we've been doing the first 3 games.
How much pressure does the defensive line and specifically put on his shoulder when it comes to stopping the run?
We don't put a lot of pressure on ourselves because we know what we have to do, and if we do it well, then there's no pressure. It's our job. That's what we can't really do.
Tennessee's given up a lot of plays for loss this year. I don't know how much film you've gotten to watch on them yet at this point, but if you have, why do you think that's the case for them this season?
It's a building block. I feel like it's like when Kirby first got here. They're trying to understand his system, and the players are just trying to come together as one. So I feel like over time, I think they'll be a pretty good team.
Michael, say y'all are unhappy with the way y'all stopped the run against Missouri, but is it hard to keep that desire and that striking going game after game through a physical SEC schedule? Are y'all starting to feel that at all?
Oh, definitely not. It's one game at a time. Everybody, you got to look at them. Like, only challenge we have, I feel like, is ourselves. So if we beat ourselves, then that's it.
Thanks.
How do y'all carry that mentality, I guess, of not allowing the run defense to let up, even though you lost that experience in the D-line and linebackers?
I feel like you just got to keep moving on. I mean, things happen in the game, and I mean, adversity may hit us, so you just got to keep chopping and move on to the next play.
You've got a pretty hand-to-hand knowledge of the offensive line, and with Ben, have to miss some time. How prepared, how deep is that interior offensive line over there? How many guys can they run out there and get the job done?
I think the whole offensive line as a group is pretty good. I mean, we got guys and young guys that can even play right now. It's just getting them up to speed and the speed of the game, because I mean, I don't really know if they got to play as much in the first couple games. So I think we'll be fine.
I know that the big focus for you guys is do your job and all of that, but how much would you say, Kirby, when Kirby was talking about it a while ago, he said it's a group effort as a defense on the run. Well, how much of that would you say falls on the defensive line and you guys' ability to improve?
I feel like I feel like it starts with us, because we're like the front. They have to come through us and then get to the secondary and the safeties and whatnot. So I feel like if we do our job, like you said, and we've been saying, I think everything will be fine. Everybody just clicking on all cylinders.
What'll it be like seeing Pruitt, Rocker, I guess, on the other side?
I mean, I think it would be cool. I mean, I miss those guys. I mean, those are the guys that recruited me. So, I mean, it would be pretty cool just to say, hey, what's up? But at the end of the day, it's a game-type mentality. I'm still trying to beat them.
How much you made in touch with them at all since they left?
I haven't made any contact with them.
Even with Coach Rocker?
No, sir.
This being your first SEC game at home, what does that do for y'all's confidence being able to come home and face, the rivalry that is Tennessee?
I mean, we approach every team the same way, so I feel like just got to go out there and do our jobs and play Georgia football, what we're known to be doing.
After those first couple of games, what do you think you're known for now? What do you think people are starting to recognize about you guys?
I feel like people realize that we're fast and physical and that we can stop the run. I mean, I feel like we just got to work on our consistency of doing so.
What do you see Tennessee's offense right now? Is this a new regime? Are they a lot different than Tennessee teams you've played before? Or?
I feel like they're the same type of Tennessee team. It's just like they were saying earlier, just the coaching and everybody just clicking on all cylinders and knowing, believing in what Coach Pruitt and his staff brings to the table.
You were here 2 years ago. What kind of lesson did Georgia football take from such a devastating Hail Mary loss like that?
I feel like, just never give up. You got to play all 4 quarters. It's a 60-minute game, and you should play until the clock hits 0-0.